welcome back to CTV. My name is Kalandra, and this is the place to be. So for today's video, it's going to be a very much a self-help video. And for you people pleasers out there, this is for you. You might feel attacked a little bit, but I promise you I'm not here to attack you because obviously I had the same problem. And let me talk about this simple two-letter word that we were probably taught at the age of 2, and it was probably our first word ever, or maybe even our second word. And it's so easy to say as a toddler because you don't really get the repercussions. But let me talk about what this word is. No! Yes, the word is no. So why is it so hard for us to say this word? I think it starts getting hard for us to say this word as we enter the age of 14 all the way to our 20s and up. And a lot of times if we don't learn how to check this issue, then it's going to be a hard word to say for the rest of your life. And saying no does not make you a bad person, okay? Saying no just means that we already know we can't please everybody and we can't say yes to everything, or our pockets are hurting, we gonna be hurting, everybody just gonna be hurting, okay? Except for the people that are constantly trying to make you say yes to them. They ain't gonna be hurt, but we gonna be hurting, okay? So let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about that. So when it comes down to me, if you are a person who is gifted in the word no, and you don't even care, you can just say no to whatever, whenever, and you can just be so stern about it, I am so jealous of you. I am jealous of you. Like, how are you like this? Like, I wish I could have, have that gift a long time ago. And now I'm just starting to get better at it, which is great. I may still even have a problem with this sometimes, but I've been doing pretty good. Now, I have a history of being kind of a pushover. And being a pushover is really not a good thing. But being a pushover, being a yes man, and just letting people control you is something you gotta grow out of. I know it's hard, but I promise you, once you learn to assert your dominance and actually mean what you say, you're gonna feel a lot better. So why is it so hard for us to say no to things? Well, for one, we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. 2, you don't want to seem like a selfish, cold-hearted, mean, stingy person. Or 3, some people just can't take the word no. And they're gonna make it hard for you because they want to put up that fight. But it is what it is, because everybody is not meant to like you. And that's one thing I had to learn to accept, like probably last year. Like, it would hurt my feelings that people would not like me or whatever, but I had to learn to accept that I can't please everybody. Because all it did was hurt me in the end. It got me into a lot of situations I didn't want to be a part of. Just because I wasn't stern. Like, I just let somebody control me into saying yes all the time. So let me talk about, okay, for one thing, first of all, you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Sometimes these people's feelings are not going to be hurt. Like, some people can just, like, it may not be as bad as what you think it is. Like, if you're just saying no to somebody, they'll be like, okay, it's all good. Some people are going to be like that. And those same people that you probably have a hard time saying no to, and you have a hard time not wanting to hurt their feelings, don't even care about your feelings. And they'll show you that. But a lot of times they don't even care about how you feel. But you over there trying to protect somebody who won't even protect you. But there's a lot of people who can't take the word no. Or being selfish, okay. you don't want to be selfless. You don't want to be more selfless than you are selfish. At the end of the day, you have to deal with every consequence that comes your way. You have to deal with every problem that you have. Not anybody else. So at the end of the day, like, you know your problems, you know your struggles, and you care about it. It's not up to anybody else to care but yourself. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna have you like you have yourself. Am I correct? And now the main problem with saying no, because it was very hard for me to stand up for myself, and two, just have people mad at me. I didn't like people being mad at me. It just made me feel like shit. Especially the things that they would say to me would make me feel bad, you know? It would make me feel bad. Like, a lot of times, like, if I said no, it would cause a huge argument just by me saying no, or, you know, I don't want to because I have my own reasons. Like, I would literally give my reasons and people would not care for my reasons, and they would shrug my reasons off and be like, please, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. Why are you so selfish? Why are you so stingy? Why are you so this? Why are you so that? And a lot of times that's all it's going to be until I finally say yes, you know? And I have so many situations that I can talk about, but I'm just going to keep it simple, okay? I'm going to keep it simple. So let's say if you're dealing with a difficult person who doesn't want to take the word no. Whether it could be any situation, but they're giving you a hard time. No matter what you say or whatever. Those people who cannot even for one even care about your reasonings or whatever situation that's going to cause you to say no, they are not for you. So at the end of the day, I could probably end those arguments with just saying these words right here. I have my reasons, I'm sticking by them. If you don't want to accept that, then we don't have to be friends. We don't have to date. We don't have to deal with each other at this point. You can hate me, because guess what? It's a very hard lesson that a lot of us have to learn, but you cannot please everybody, even if you try. People are still going to find a reason to not like you, or to not want to be your friend, or to not want to date you. And that's what leaves us a lot of resentment and a lot of regret. Because a lot of times we do something for somebody we didn't even want to do, and they leave us hanging, like a hanger. So my thing is, just say these things right here. I have my reasons, and I know my reasons, and I'm sticking to it. Like, I'm sorry I can't help you right now. I'm sorry I can't do this right now, but I can't do it. If you don't want to accept that, then that's fine. But I'm not going to keep arguing with you. Okay? And if you're having a conversation like this via a text message, via phone call, just hang up. Like, sometimes just hang up the phone. Or stop texting them back, block them, whatever it is. You gotta, like, do what you gotta do. It's a different story if somebody asks you something, if you're being just unresponsive. Like, I can understand the frustration there, but if you already gave your reasoning, and you're already sticking by what you have to say, don't feel bad. Don't let them guilt trip you. Just stick by that. Don't text them back no more. Don't even entertain that conversation no more. And I feel like if I could have done those simple things, then it could have got me out of a lot of stuff. And this is another thing. Let's say you're always saying yes to somebody, right? Are those same people are they saying yes to you? Are they returning that energy? Are they helping you out? I just want to know that one thing. Like, is it easy for them to say no to you? Cause that's what really made me learn my lesson. Like, how am I always doing stuff for you, always saying yes for you, but you're not doing the same in return? You can't even You can't even say yes to me. Like, even if I'm stern on why you should help me out in this one situation, you don't give a fuck. So why should I? Like, if they don't even care about why you have the reasons that you have, then they don't care about you. So let me talk about why you should say no. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. Let's say this person wants you to hang out with maybe a group of girls that may not like you, and you know that don't like you, or want to go to a party and you have work the next day, or they want you to drive out somewhere that's an hour away and you have things to do in the morning. You're going to have to deal with that consequence of going out to that party or doing whatever it is you doing for them that night in the morning. If you can't get up, possibly late for work, then possibly get yelled at by your manager. Just an example. Or they want you to be around people that don't like you, then you're going to have to feel all that bad energy when you're wherever it is that you're at with these people. So, protect your energy, protect your boundaries. If you have like a friend, or if you're in a relationship with somebody who constantly wants to stay with you because they're getting kicked out by their parents constantly, or they just don't have a place to live, or they're living with somebody and they're not living with them no more. They don't pay rent. They don't pay for food. They don't pay for nothing in your household. That means if you have the power to prevent a friend of yours from going homeless, definitely do that. However, don't open your home up to everybody. Make sure, whoever you bring into your house, they have class and morals and values, because bringing somebody in your house could really show them who they really are. And just make sure they're not bringing any negativity into your home, because you don't want that to affect your livelihood. Make sure they respect you and respect your household and respect, anybody else that lives in the house with you, whether it's another roommate, your significant other, your pets, your kids, whatever. Because no, you don't need all of that. If you're cooking, make sure they help clean up, wash dishes, or even clean up after themselves in general. You don't want no extra person dirtying up your house, especially if y'all are both grown. Whoever comes into your house better treat that house like they would treat their own. And if they don't treat their own house well, don't expect them to treat your house well, okay? Can't bring everybody into your house. Make sure they're not going through all your stuff, stealing from you and all of that, because I had people do that to me before. And also make sure they're not trying to overstay your welcome. Give them a time limit. You don't want people in your house forever, especially they're not paying bills, especially they're not buying food and all of that. We're all grown here. Don't let nobody use you. Don't let nobody use your household. You run your household however way you want to run it, and whoever comes in needs to respect your house, period. They want to borrow your car. They ain't paying for that insurance. They ain't paying for all that maintenance. They ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Or they want to ride from you or any of that stuff. It's okay to say no sometimes. If you want to save your gas because maybe you have an important trip you want to go to on the weekend, if you don't want people in your space 24/7, then you don't have to open your home to people. If you want to save your money because you're constantly letting people borrow your money, and let's say they're not even paying you back sometimes, and if you want to save up your money for some important investment like a phone, a laptop, or you want to start investing in stocks, or if you want to get a new car, or even if you want to get your eyebrows done, if you want to just have a self-care day and somebody asking you for money because they owe somebody something, or because they want to get, alcohol, weed, whatever, you don't have to. I'm not saying don't help out your friends, because friendship, you should definitely help out our friends, but the help in the everything that you're giving into a friendship should be reciprocated, because a friendship is a two-person relationship. A relationship, a marriage, is a two-person relationship. And you also stick for what you believe in. Like, if you're dating somebody, or even married, right? And they're trying to have sex with you, and you don't want to, you have the right to, not give up your body to that person if you don't want to right at that moment. If you're waiting for marriage, or you're just not, comfortable enough with that person to have sex, don't let them pressure you into doing that. Don't. Even if you're just giving head, whatever it is, don't let nobody pressure you into that. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to deal with the soul ties and everything that comes with it. Protect your pockets, like I said. If you're giving out more money to somebody than saving it, then that's when you got to cut them off. Stay true to yourself. Like, if somebody is making you do something like I just mentioned, or anything like that makes you feel uncomfortable, or it just makes you go outside of yourself, don't do it. And then a lot of times, like I said, I'm not saying don't help out your friends. Definitely help out your friends. But a lot of these users out there, or people who want you to say yes to them all the time, they'll find that you say yes and that's your easy target and that you're a pushover, because people can read that shit, and they'll continue to keep asking you for these things because they know that you will say yes every time. So that's why when you say no, then they want to act all shocked and upset and angry, because they're not used to hearing that from you. So don't let certain things become a habit. Like, learn how to put your foot down right then and there. So, like, I'm not saying don't say yes. If you really want to help them out, if you really want to do these things, then absolutely. But if you don't want to, then that's when you need to start putting your foot down and asserting your dominance right then and there. So hopefully, for people pleasers out there who have a hard time saying no, I had to get to the nitty gritty as to why it's such a hard thing to say. And hopefully I helped you guys out. You don't have to entertain any arguments. Like, it took me a long time to have to understand that. But if you have your reasonings, then stick by it. But hopefully, this is a great video for you guys. Hopefully it helps somebody out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Hit that like button, subscribe, whatever it is. And I will see you in my next video.
Do the dash in it, throw some cash in it, yeah. Let me smash in it, yeah.